When AbaNPreach said that the red pill is using vulnerable men for profit instead of helping them, they were right.
And you would think that, like, yo, you look at guys like Myra and you look at all these fresh and fit, you look red pill, the high value men types, none of them have traditional families. Even though they yap on about it and conservative values, they're all sleeping around left, right, and center. They f***ing left, right, center. They're having kids out of wedlock. They all do this shit. And then they want to lecture you about doom and gloom and just get you to pay for their subscription services. It's actually the craziest amount of pimping. These dudes pimp out lonely men.
Some people might not agree with that, but one thing that we can all agree on is the biggest reason why the red pill is failing is because they stopped focusing on helping men improve and they started to focus more on making women look bad.
I hate the way that they prey on the most lonely and outcast men of society. I hate the way that they radicalize these men against the women in their lives with pseudoscience and anthropological evidence. I hate the way that they generalize both men and women into boxes and then bash anyone who diverges even a little bit outside of that defined box.
And I'm going to talk about this from the point of view of somebody who used to consume a lot of red pill. See, I've heard somewhere that red pill is just revenge porn for men who are too bitter and too lazy to build a healthy relationship with women. And this actually hurts a lot. It hits too close to home, at least for me. Can you guess why I was over consuming red pill? The answer is very simple. I was angry, I was frustrated, and in a way, a bit bitter about my past relationship.
You always made me aware of what I was doing wrong, how I was falling short. Life with you was joyless.
This is the part where I'm going to say something extremely controversial. Okay, the thing is, I still want to give Red Pill credit for giving men a platform where they could express the frustration openly. The only issue now, that platform has turned into something that is really not a good representation of men overall.
Okay, I see what you mean. You're saying I tell women not to be whores, but then they're supposed to give sex to me immediately, right?
Exactly.
I see your perspective. Okay, so what I mean by this is, like, just because a girl sleeps with you quickly doesn't mean she's a whore. But when I say, like, okay.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
But let me tell you what I think happened to Red Pill and why he got so bad. The first thing I started to notice is that the content creators started focusing more on views and less on the quality of the content, and it was less about integrity and stoicism, but it was a lot more about the antics and the drama. What could get the most emotion out of men? There was another thing that also came along with all that, and that's the fact that a lot of the content that was being made, a decent amount of them was really not ethical in terms of the way they were, for example, doing the thumbnails. A lot of it was promoting more sexual content, well, not more sexual content, but the thumbnail, for example, where you would see women with, you know, very provocative type of outfit. And I think they did that intentionally without thinking about the impact that they had on the audience. I understand the fact that, yeah, you want views. At the end of the day, for some of these guys, it's about business. I understand that. It's about making more and more and more. But not thinking about the impact you have on your audience, that's where I think, for me, I kind of drew the line. The good thing, though, is that some of us woke up one day and we're like, wait a minute, like, what the hell is going on here? Because we got tired of the constant exposure to sexual content, the terrible dating advice, and also the constant hate towards women.
There is this concept that's been around for quite some time, and I've been kind of I've locked horns with a lot of people who are just simply stupid asses, and then other people who are just like well-meaning red pill guys. There's no such thing as a quality woman. No such thing as a quality woman. What do you mean? Aren't there good girls about there? There's these thoughts, and there's these ratchet ass hoes, and then there's these girls, good girls who live in the Amish, Pennsylvanian Dutch country. No.
I mean, thank you for teaching me about hypergamy, but it doesn't even matter anymore because the community has so many negative things to say about women that now some of us got to a point where we don't even want to lay eyes on a woman. We don't even want to trust a woman unless it's on OnlyFans for like $1.99 a month, then that's a goddamn good deal. All jokes aside, red pill is making it almost impossible for men to build healthy relationships. And I think if you are not blinded or too busy glazing those red pill content creators, you know. The most embarrassing part for the red pill community is that when AbaNPreach were criticizing them, they were genuinely giving some very good advice. And that's something that I think they don't get enough credit for.
If you could honestly look at all your dating experience and say the problem has always been everyone else and never you, you're 1000% a part of the problem. Because everyone plays a role in some relationships failing. There's just no way you get to that point in life and you're never involved in any of the failures. Either in the selection of the people you choose, the kind of women you go after, the kind of behavior you exhibit in the relationship. You have to lack self-awareness to say, I've never been a problem.
I've always been the type of person to take accountability for what my problems are. And I thought, that would be the thing that Red Pill would actually do. And I really wish that it did, because that's how people can actually fix the problem.